Thank you, my friend. And knock. Oh, what a beautiful day is right. My man, you were mid-70s down there. What a gorgeous day today. Good evening, Bill Taylor here, Ken's 5 Digital Center, Thursday night, 4 down, 1 to go, and it's time for the weekend. Time for the weekend. It was a longer week, wasn't it, with that kind of a start? Of course, a shorter week for school students and teachers, but definitely a long week for all of this winter weather to kick things off, and then we get this beauty of a day. I'm telling you, Mother Nature owes us one, and we got one back, right? Beautiful afternoon, 70 the high today. We hit 75s at Pearsall, Cotulla, Carrizo Springs finished at 73 with Eagle Pass and Del Rio. Seguin got there too. Pleasanton 74, really nice, really, really nice. Above average for a change. You know, we started off the week, Sunday's high was in the 30s. So this was a real nice change. Almanac to show you where we should be. We did hit 33 this morning. Okay, 1897, no longer the record low year. That was 3 days in a row. Today, 1951, 18. You can see 70, 5 above seasonal average. Well, one thing that was also a nice change today, the mountain cedar. We got it up over 1,300 yesterday. Hi, Marcy. Today, it dips back down to a moderate 450. Don't get too excited. I don't see this lasting through the weekend. As we get this cold front, north winds will normally kick mountain cedar counts right up into that heavy category again. And in case you're wondering, let's see, let me get this graphic. Mountain cedar is typically the most vile of them all, what I sometimes call the devil's dandruff, because it can get the heaviest counts you'll see out of all the pollens, okay? I would say, though, of the top ones, being ragweed, oak, mountain cedar, cedar still kicks butt. Pamela Johnson, you're very welcome. So let me show you what I looked at today. Just a look at the allergens across Texas and when we see each of them. So mountain cedar, we're in January, February. Those are the remaining 2 months. It typically starts around Thanksgiving. You got a little later start this year. but it's been a robust year. Highest counts in 2 years. Heaviest was on January 16th when we eclipsed 24,000, almost hit 25. That's the average peak. But the peaks has been as high as 80,000. Oak is waiting for us in March, as is pecan, hackberry. So that can get tough. In the beginning of spring, you've got 3 good ones going. But you don't normally see pecan and hackberry get very, very high. Ragweed, oak, and mountain cedar are the big 3. And then I want you to notice the one that's year-round, mold. Every month of every year, we deal with mold here. All right, let's talk about the front coming in overnight. Hello, Rachel. What's happening? Brenda, today wasn't it? Just incredible. So tomorrow, big difference already. Now, we won't see any moisture. You can see a little bit of rain developing down maybe around Laredo, but nothing expected in San Antonio. But look what happens by 8 a.m. It's not that it's going to be much colder. The morning low, probably upper 30s to low 40s, which isn't a dramatic change, right? We might get close to an isolated freeze or 2, and that would come in the Texas Hill Country, obviously. But as you work your way into the afternoon is when we're going to notice the difference. Mid-50s to upper 50s at the most. Notice the front, that bank of cloud cover will be pushed south, and we'll get afternoon. Looks like it might be late afternoon sunshine. And then Friday night, winds are still going pretty good. And then we'll see temperatures drop heading into Saturday morning. This is when the Arctic air moves in. So we'll look at a freeze Saturday morning, 32, mid-20s in the hills, and then noticeably cooler Saturday afternoon as we hit only the mid-40s for a high. And with the strong north wind, a good part of Saturday, those will be wind chills that will probably be staying in the 30s at best. We'll see some 50s out to the west, some hill country locations, Fredericksburg, Bernie, even New Braunfels, could struggle to get out of the 30s on Saturday. So definitely a chilly Saturday. Whatever plans you have outside, make sure you're prepared. Hey, Tony, good evening, Patty. Windy in Live Oak. Well, it's only going to pick up from here, mainly because of that front coming in tonight and tomorrow. And then we'll get a little break from the wind on Friday night before the surge of Arctic air plows in. So watch what I mean. We've got, look at those wind gusts there. That's before sunrise tomorrow. So a windy Friday morning. Be ready for that. And then the winds, look at that. By tomorrow night, this time tomorrow night, they will relax. Only to pick up, look at this, by Saturday morning sunrise, 20 to 25 miles per hour and increasing from there and lasting for a while. So that's going to be a pretty stiff wind chill Saturday morning, which means a cold weather advisory. Now, this has nothing to do with precipitation. This only has to do with temperatures that could send wind chills down to 13 to 20 in the teens from Kerrville, Bernie, New Braunfels, Gonzales, Seguin. Could all see teens on feels-like temperatures between 3 and 10 a.m. Saturday. So this cold weather advisory does not include San Antonio. We don't expect to get that cold, but we'll be close. We'll be in the low 20s. We'll be in the low 20s on feels like. Not that I'm aware of, Tony. Haven't looked, though, either. Hey, Mike. Yes, for sure. That's what we're just, looking at for mainly Saturday, Sunday, and then we'll rebound quickly. So speaking of rebounding, when we do get temperatures back, these models are not working in our favor now, by the way. Yesterday, they looked really good for a nice coverage of rain across San Antonio. Now, they're putting San Antonio on the western edge of this line that develops with heavier rain for Houston, the coast, but not much in San Antonio. Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's really early to call it, but we'll keep a 30% chance in. Obviously, a much better chance that we stay dry with that front. Yeah, Steve, no more ice. Hello, Patricia. Hi, Lynette. Good to see you. So weather impact alerts on the temperatures, no precipitation worries at all. With this cold, precipitation would not be a worry if it was just rainfall, because we desperately need it. I wish we had better than a 30% chance. That's the best we can muster up. We might see it, move back in our direction, but right now the models are favoring a East Texas rain event, and we could get in on the western edge of it. So tomorrow, I'll go 38 to 58. North wind starts picking up tomorrow morning. So remember, a windy morning. Then bigger changes over the weekend. Cold Saturday, 31 to only 46, 47 for the high. Then 24 is where we bottom out Sunday morning. Teens across the hill country, low to mid 20s in the city and metro. The weekend's going to be very sunny, but just very cold. 53 is the high on Sunday. Then we start warming up before the next front, which sends us back down a little bit, but not dramatically. And then we hold on to some mild temps. Heading into Super Bowl weekend, you see that highs will be in the upper 60s. We got some 70s coming, 11th and 12th of February. We'll take it. It's a La Nina winter. It should be mild. It should be dry. But we get these cold snaps. And, once again, we had a pretty good little ice storm. The two biggest snowstorms were in La Nina winter, so don't ever forget that. Hey, Rory, absolutely. Anytime. My pleasure. Allison. Oh, wasn't it nice? 70 degrees. Like I said, Mother Nature owed us after the start of this week. She's making it up to us a little bit. For sure, for sure. Well, God bless y'all. Have a wonderful Thursday night and an even better Friday. We'll see you on Ken's 5 News at 10.